Hey guys, Pete Ramsey here, HVAC Greatness. I want to talk to you about hiring employees in today's times. And we're gonna let Hollywood teach us a lesson. So let's go through this. I'm gonna kind of narrate what's going on real briefly. And the lessons we want to take away, we'll discuss at the end. So this is David Carradine. He filmed Kill Bill for your younger generation back in 1972. Here he's remembering when he was a little boy, and he ultimately joined this monastery and became a Shaolin monk or Shaolin priest, which is Kung Fu, right? These were Kung Fu experts. So the old master out there is looking at the candidates, these young boys, and some of them he invites in, and other ones have to sit outside and continue to wait. So at this point, he turns around, he's dismissed them, go home, please go home. But here he turns back and he looks at the other group and he says, you've waited a little while, please wait a little longer. And of course the kids acknowledge this by bowing, and they do, right? So they're looking for some type of equality out of these kids. And so let's fast forward just a wee bit here. Again, David Carradine's remembering back. Starts to rain, right? So a lot of the kids run for cover, and not young Cain. He continues to sit in the rain, exactly what he was asked to do. So he never, he doesn't sway from that. And there's the old man looking in. They're taking note. They're looking for something. They're looking for something more than just karate bodies, right? They're looking for something deeper. And so as he continues to have his flashbacks, let's go through to about here. The old man comes back in, catches a lot of the kids. They're out there playing games. So is their heart into this? Are they really serious? And of course he comes out and dismisses these, and he invites the remaining 4 to come on in for the final test. And so here they are, they're getting ready to go in. Follow me. And so they start to follow him. I have to switch videos here because they bring them in and they put them in front of the master. And each of them is served tea. There's Cain receiving the tea and passing it on to the other boys. And this is the old man. And he's analyzing each of them. He's looking for something. So they all have their tea. And let's see if I can maybe get my big head out of the way so you can kind of see this a little bit. He holds his cup up, and 3 of the 4 immediately just start gulping their tea. He didn't approve of that too much. He looks over the other master. The master says, please go home. So they all get up and they're getting ready to head home. But he says, no, you may stay. And of course, this leads on to the old man asking the boy, why did you not drink your tea? Here he bows and says, after you, honorable master. So he's invited to sit. And it goes through the whole thing. It really is a great series if you haven't seen this. But so what is the point? Are we hiring Shaolin monks? No, we're not. But we are looking at a different scenario today than we've ever looked at. You may not be bringing in children in and training them into adulthood, but your learning curve between the time you hire somebody and to the time that you can turn them loose and they're fully billable is getting longer and longer. On one end of the spectrum, you got super tech and can fix anything. On the other one, you have a totally green employee that knows nothing. And so we want the super tech, yes. But do we want the baggage that comes with this? And so here's where we're going. These are the things that if you've not done this, you're going to have to go back and do. We've got to dig into the type of a company that you truly are and the type of a company that you truly want to be. And when you think of brand, I know you're thinking of the logo or the truck wrap, but I'm not talking about that. We're talking about deeper fundamentals, the values of an organization, the level and the commitment of service, customer service that you're actually going to give. You know that tech, that when he goes out, the customers love him or her, and you say to yourself, I wish I had 100 just like him or just like her. That's because there are some underlying principles that you can't see unless you test for them, and then you can see them. So there are tests beyond technical tests. There are personality tests. There are values. There are aptitude tests. If I hire this person, do they have the aptitude to quickly learn mechanical things or electrical things? What are the key characteristics as a human being, as a person, that I need to have naturally in a person so that they can not only do the job, they can do it the way our business needs it done, that we want it done. It's an extension of us. Do your employees accurately reflect who you are as a business? You may think so, but how are they behaving unsupervised, out of your line of sight? What are they really doing out there? Are they following the flow chart that you put in, the process that you put in place to the level that you would want? And if you're bringing technicians who are naturally one way and you're asking them to be a different person and be a different way, how long before they go back to who they genuinely are? What I'm suggesting to you is, as the pool of super techs gets smaller and smaller, you're going to have to hire your own. You're going to have to bring them in, and you're going to have to invest money and invest time and energy into cultivating the type of a service technician or installation technician or comfort advisor that you need on that front line. And it goes for the inside positions too. You're creating a culture. A culture is, it's a personality, it's a vibe, it's a feel, it's just who we are. And as a leader, you must lead the culture and determine this is who we are, and these are our values. This is the way we communicate to each other as well as our customers. And if you don't, your culture is shaped by technicians, by employees, and generally they're the most outspoken and negative. If you want employees to stay loyal to the company, create a culture that is not only an extension of everything that you want, but an extension of who they are naturally, and hire those people and build around that. This is where things are going. This is where they should have been all along. And we're going to figure out a way. Actually, we already have. We're going to show you a way on how you can go through and be slow to hire so that you hire the right person, yet quick to fire, so that if you see a toxic one polluting your culture, you get them out. Ron Smith said that way back. He tested for employees. He taught us to do that in the mid-90s. And he was such a visionary. Still is, I'm sure. But at any rate, Pete Ramsey here, HVAC greatness, a little Hollywood for you. Just demonstrates so well what our hiring processes are missing and what we need to do in order to be more successful in building a company that your customers absolutely love and will not ever leave.